It is day 14 of pulling up with your kitty. We release the things that no longer serve us, and we go higher and climb higher to get our mind and our body connected to spirit. A lot of the times our mind is saying one thing and our body is saying another, and there's this incongruence that they're just like, what are you saying? There's so much going on. And how can you get truer to yourself and closer to God and higher to spirit, who you truly authentically are, when your mind and your body are at odds with each other? So this is what pulling up with your kitty is all about. Building the confidence, picking yourself up from off the floor, literally your kitty, and figuratively, like just picking yourself up and doing the work that needs to get done to understand that the trauma that's held within your hips has been placed there and has been hiding and has been growing over time. And for you to get to where you want to be in life, it can no longer be stored in there. The work needs to get done of you moving it, releasing it, and looking eye to eye with the trauma and the pain and the fear, the anxiety, the doubt, the worry, the pain. That needs to be looked at head on before you can move forward. And using somatic healing, somatic movement to move it out of your body in line with journaling and figuring out what it is that is holding you back, that is where the real work happens. So this was what this journey was all about, and let's finish off today with putting everything together that we've learned so far, and let's get into child's pose. So we're getting into those wide knees. And we're gonna start with those toes out. We're not gonna half-ass anything today. We're gonna go straight into it. So elbows are on the floor. You're getting nice and wide, and can you rock yourself side to side? You can try side to side. Oh, side to side feels good too. And go down, up and down. So the last word today, day 14, the word of the day is forgiveness. I think this is the hardest part of the journey, is learning how to forgive. Forgiveness is radical. Forgiveness takes you out of the equation. It lifts the veil on your coping mechanisms and the things that you've brushed under the rug. The past that you said, you know what, I can just move on. I don't have to look back at it. And you kept walking, but it's like bricks attached to your back just pulling at you. And when you let it build up, you realize that this is something you can't do on your own. You can't push past the pain and the trauma.
Hi, beauties. I'm just stopping in to say that today was a very emotional day for me, and I was moving through a lot and releasing a lot. So just bear with me here as I take this moment just to catch myself together and talk to God really quick.
Sometimes on this healing journey, we can over-identify with the pain and the trauma that we think that we can't move past and heal, like actually heal, and want better for ourselves. We think that we're forever going to be in this pain, but what if I told you didn't have to do this on your own anymore? That it's not your responsibility to fully have that radical forgiveness. What if you give it to God? What if you ask Him to show you how merciful and graceful He is towards you? What if you didn't have that responsibility anymore? What if it was never your responsibility to start with, to fully forgive? Maybe you can ask Him with showing you about forgiveness of how He forgives you. And let's start with you first. How can you forgive yourself? And ask God that very question. How can I forgive myself? Before you even think about forgiving anyone else. Yeah, so let's think about that word forgiveness while we're here on the mat today. Let's slowly start to bring those knees in together. Tuck the toes under. Walk the hands up, and we're swimming, arms up, inhale. Exhale, drop your glutes towards your heels. We're gonna go for that swim, going up swim. Exhale, bird wing around. Bring it down. Inhale. Exhale around. Inhale, sweep. Exhale around. You have 2 more. Inhale. Waking up the body on this beautiful day. And last one. Inhale. Exhale, bring it around, hands to the floor. Crisscross your heels and come onto the floor. Let's get all the way down. You know how we get here. We go slow. Point those toes towards our face and we lower down ever so slow. That was not slow. Okay, now let's start with our breathing. Hands are onto the floor. Roll your shoulder blades back and start to do your arching to inhale. Exhale to round. Belly button to the floor. Inhale to arch. I'm moving my arms away just so you can see how big of a space I make between my back and the floor when I pull my tailbone back towards my bra, and then scoop it down. Take your belly button to the floor. Arms are nice and long by your side. Palms are facing down, pressing hard, and your feet are pressing hard as well. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, round. Inhale to arch. Exhale to round. Can you make this one really long? Inhale. Exhale. Let's go fast. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. You're moving fast, you're breathing fast. You're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Long, long, long inhale. Exhale, take it away. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Right knee into your chest. Left leg is straight. Toes are pointing towards the wall in front of you, and let's go. Exhale. Every time a knee comes into your chest, you're exhaling. You're pulling that knee in towards your chest, and the opposite foot goes pointing away from you. Long leg. Think of pushing that imaginary box with your toes as you push out and pull the knee in. You can have your head down, squeezing the shoulder blades together behind you. And if your legs are too low, you're going to start to feel this arch in your back. Try to bring them up a little higher. That way your lower back is always on the floor. Keep going for exhale. You're here for 3. Whatever knee stays in, you hold it. 2. And 1, hold it in. Can you lengthen your leg up to the ceiling? Pick your head up off the floor. You're holding onto the back of the knee. Exhale, switch. The inner thighs are gliding past each other. Remember, they're just like passing shoulders in the club, saying, what's up? And you let them switch. Lower back pressing. Shoulder blades squeezing nice and long through the neck. Toes are pointing towards the face. Can you lift your shoulders up 1 more inch? Balancing on your mid back and your lower back. You're here for 3, 2, 1. Right knee back into your chest. Lay back down. And 1 second switch, pushing the box forward. You're here for 5. Hold the left knee in at 1. 4, 3, 2, left knee in. Lengthen the left leg up, pull yourself up. Toes are pointing and switch. Shoulder blades are squeezing. Your chest is nice and proud. Your neck is long. Can you glide the inner thighs into each other as you switch? Switch. Switch. You're here for 5, 4, 3, 2. Both knees into your chest. Can you rock yourself up 1 or 2 times? Land in a boat pose. Find your boat. So you're on your tailbone, you're nice and long. Round your lower back just a little bit. And rock back, find your boat again. Find your boat, find your boat. Shoulder blades down, nice long legs, core tight. You're here for 3, 2, 1. One more time, rock it back. Rock it up, find it. Whew. Holding for 3, 2, 1. Tuck your toes under, hands come to the floor. you are in all fours. Knees are on the floor, hands are on the floor. And let's start with our cat-cow. Inhale to arch. Exhale to round. This is where you catch your breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to arch. Exhale to round. Now tuck your toes under, downward dog. Sending your hips up straight to the ceiling, and you're gonna pedal out those legs. Bend one knee at a time, pressing your weight back towards your knees. We started hot and heavy today. Ooh. Okay, both heels are down towards the floor. Can you pick up your right leg and take it outside of your right hand? Back leg is straight, lift the right arm. Inhale. Exhale, bring it down. Step it back, downward dog. Left leg up. Bring it outside of your left hand. Twist, back to center. Step it back. Keep alternating. Right leg. Back to center. Left leg. Back to center. One more time. On each side. Landing on the left, open up, inhale. Exhale, bring it down. Walk your hands towards your feet. Start to widen out your feet away from each other. Heels are pointing in, toes are pointing out. Drop into a malasana squat. Going side to side. Taking your elbows inside of your knees, push the knees out, holding for 3, 2. You're gonna come up to stand in 1, come on up. Inhale, come back down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, come down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, down. Last time, big inhale. Exhale. Good, get to the center of your mat. So we're getting into that big sumo stance, and we're getting into our bow and arrows. So when I go over with the left arm over to the right side of the room, my right elbow is pulling back, squeezing so much. My chest is nice and proud, and I'm not arching my back at all, I'm sticking my stomach out. I'm sucking in belly button to your back, round and pull up your kitty, right? This is the whole point of it. So every time you know this, every time you go left arm over, left leg goes over as well. The hip, the knee, and the toe pivot to look at the floor. And you pull this arm back, bounce it back in. All right, we're gonna go 10. After your 10, you're just gonna hold this big sumo squat and get low as you can without rounding your back. Are you ready? In 3, 2, 1, let's go. You bow and arrow, push out the water. Finding a nice bounce, finding that pivot in your hip, opening up the hip and closing the hip. Pushing the water. You're here for 3, 2, 1, hold, get low. Hands to your chest. Lift up your toes, push. Lift up the toes, push. 3 more, push. 2. Last one, push, get low. Low, low, stay low, push the knees out. 5, 4, 3, 2, and fold over. Take your right hand towards your right ankle, your left hand towards your right ankle, and nice twist. And switch it over other side. And go fast. You're here for 10. Keep switching. 9. Good. Going side to side, letting your hips drop on either side. You're here for 2. And 1. Come on up. We go to the other side, bow and arrow to the left. Right arm crosses over to the left side. Drop the right knee down. Pivot into this hip. It's pointing out, then it's pointing in. That's the main part of this whole move. And then we add everything together and be very intentional and cognizant about what we're doing, yeah? Whew. All right, let's go in 3, 2, and 1. Pull, twist, push the water out. Finding a nice rounding in your lower back, belly button to your spine. Can you breathe as you do this? We're here for 3, 2. You find it at 1, hold. Hands can come to prayer position, lift the toes, Round your spine, push. Inhale, push. Get on your tippy toes, push. You're here for 3, 2, 1. Keep your heels down, lower, lower, lower. Can you lift the heels? Push, 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 push. Heels can be down or up. Doesn't matter, just keep pushing. Oh no! 3, 2, 1, drop. Oh my goodness. Right hand towards your left ankle. Rotate. And to the other side, rotate. And can you switch fast? 20 seconds here, side to side. You're here for 3, 2, and 1. Fold forward completely, hands are on the floor. Maybe widen out your stance a little bit more and push yourself back for a nice fold over. Inhale through your nose. Exhale out of your mouth. All right, slowly start to walk back. Hands are on your hips to bring one vertebrae at a time up. Your head is the last thing to get up. Okay, get back into that really deep squat, nice and slow. Drop your booty towards the floor and rock yourself side to side. Okay, so we're gonna aim the left knee down towards the floor. Maybe walk your feet in a little closer. It's okay if your heels lift off. We're gonna drop left knee down, rotate at the hip, lift back up. Right knee down, rotate, come back up. Maybe bring your arms up. Try not to pivot all the way to the side of the room. We're really trying to make the hips open up, so you do the work through your hips. You're here for 2 more. Last one. Hold the hips back. Sit lower. 3, 2, 1. Slowly come up. Okay. Let's get into all fours, get onto the floor. The standing part is done. It was very quick. Okay, so knees are on the floor, hands are on the floor. Round your lower back and start to take that right leg out to the side. It's nice and straight. Point the toes away from you. Can you bring it over all the way towards your right hand and slowly bring it right back? And then turn it out. Watch your foot. Your eye gaze is on your foot. And then slowly back. You're trying to keep your hip in line with your foot. And your foot in line with your hip. Good. 2 more. Keep it up high. Squeeze through your glute. You have 1 more. On the last one, you're going to keep it straight back behind you. Ready? Straight leg, point the toes, squeeze, little pulse. It's all in your glute. Your hips are looking at the floor. Maybe lift your left hand off the floor. You're here for 3, 2, 1. Oh my God. Do you see the shake in my foot right now? Child's pose. Shaking like a stripper. Oh. Okay, bring it back to all fours. Let's do the same exact thing with the left leg. I'm gonna turn around so you can see. Round the lower back. Take this left leg straight back behind you. Round the lower back. And go ahead and watch that leg. Stay in line with the hip. Slowly, staying in line, bring it back. Good, hips looking back at the floor. The hips kind of turn out just a little bit, but don't do it too much. Let the leg go out. And then back in, hips looking square to the floor. Nice straight leg. Keep the leg straight the whole way through. 2 more. Take your time with it. The point is to go very, very slow and intentional. And last one. Bring it forward. Remember, when you finish this one, it's staying back high. Toes point away and pulse. Feel it building up in your glute. You're here for 5, 4, straighten the leg more. 3, 2, and 1. Child's pose. Whew. Rock yourself up. Cat-cow. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Inhale to arch. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Maybe start adding a little wind here. Why not? It's the last day. Wind it around. You can keep going with your cat-cow. You can bring the head involved. Just do whatever your body is asking you to do right now. Taking your time. This is how my body wants to move, so this is how I'm going to move. Releasing what was stored in the hips. Releasing the things that no longer serve me. Releasing the things that hold me back from being the woman that I want to be. From being the greatest potential that God has called me to be. As I move around, it is being shaken up. And I say it to go. All right. Take your hands up. Bring them up overhead. You're still on your knees. Squeeze the knees in towards each other pretty tight. And then almost like a little grape is in between your thighs, and you want to squeeze that grape the whole time. Arms are up nice and long. Round your lower back and take yourself back for 3, 2, 1. Squeeze your glutes to come up. Coming down for 3, 2, 1. Up. Squeeze your glutes. Down. 3, 2, 1. And squeeze. Last one. You don't have to go too far. 3, 2, 1. Squeeze. Come on up. Right leg comes forward. Step it forward. Tuck your back toes under. Squeeze your thighs into each other. Can you lift and kick? Come back down. Lift. Kick. Come back down. Rounding your lower back. Core is tight. Shoulders are back. And down. 3 more. 2. Last one. Land on your knee. Take your back leg off. Hands come to the floor. Bring your right leg out. Ooh, let me pivot for you. Right leg goes into a bend and kick, bring it back. Bend, kick, bring it back. Bend towards your elbow, kick out. For 3, 2, and 1. Keep it out to the side. Flex the toes towards your face and pulse. Square yourself off. 3, 2, and bring it down, child's pose. All right. God gave us 2 legs for a reason, so let's use them. You're like, I wish He gave me one. Just wish He gave me one. All right, let's get into our hands off the floor, knees on the floor. Again, a little grape in between your thighs. Squeeze it tight. Arms are going up overhead. Inhale. 3, 2, 1. Squeeze your glutes. Come on up. Down for 3, 2, 1. Squeeze the glutes and up. Last 2. Inhale. 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 Up. Squeeze. Last 1. Inhale. 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 Up. Squeeze. Left leg goes forward. Nice hip circle there. Tuck the back toes. As you lift, back leg kicks. 3, 2, 1, and kick. Come back down. Find that inner thigh squeezing towards each other. That's going to give you your balance. Round your lower back. Round the shoulder blades a little bit and keep the core tight. Squeeze your glute at the top. 3, 2, 1. Drop the knee. Leg goes back. Arms come to the floor. Take the left leg, knee to elbow, kick, bring it back out. Knee to elbow, kick, back out. Yes. 3, 2. Last 1. Bring it to the side. Flex the toes towards your face. Square out your hips and pulse. For 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Child's pose. All right, let's turn around. Lay on our back. And get into some hip thrusts. So we're gonna lay fully down. Feet are on the floor, arms are nice and long, pressing hard into the floor around your lower back. You remember these. On the way up, you're scooping ice cream towards your face as your shins press forward and your hips go up. Yeah, so those hips are scooping ice cream towards your face, so that's how you're lifting. It's going towards your face and up as the shins go forward. You're pressing your feet so hard and your arms are nice and long, pressing hard as well. Yeah, so we're gonna go super slow. It's a 4 count up and a 4 count down. We start in 3, 2, and 1. Scoop the ice cream, press your feet hard, shins go forward. And then down for 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it up for 4, 3, 2, 1. Down for 4, 3, 2. Right when your butt taps, it's a light tap. You barely touch the floor, and then you come right back up. 4. Keep squeezing your glutes to get up. 3, 2, 1, and down. 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 more. You're up for 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze the glutes down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. You're holding at the top. 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep it up, knees go out. And back in. Very controlled squeeze through the glutes as you do this. Open up the hips, open up the knees. You're pressing through your shoulder blades to stay up nice and high. You're pressing through your feet as well. You're here for 5, 4. It's a little slower than a pulse. 3, 2, keep it out. Now you pulse. For 5, 4, 3, 2, lower everything down. Windshield wiper your knees side to side. All right, straighten out those legs. Arms are nice and long. Bring your heels together, your toes are apart, and then rock yourself side to side until you feel your lower back fully on the floor. Arms are nice and long. Heels are literally at war. They're like, into each other, fighting each other the whole time. So feel that pressure, pressing your heels into each other the whole time. As your toes turn out, you're at an angle where your lower back is not lifting off the floor. And push. Inhale, come in. Exhale, push, 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 push. Remember, it's 600 pounds that you are pushing. The inner thighs are squeezing into each other to pop into each other. Inhale, come down. So as those heels press into each other to go away from you, squeeze every part of your inner thigh into each other, and then slowly coming back down. As you do that, you try to keep your lower back on the floor. Exhale. Inhale, come in. Exhale, push, 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 push. Inhale, come in. Exhale, push, 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 push. One more. Inhale, come in. You're gonna leave it out at 1, okay? Push, 3, push, 2, push, 1. Legs are straight. Bring them up over your head. Point the toes towards the ceiling and switch. Lift the head up a little bit. Arms are nice and long. Super slow. Lower back stays on the floor. Keep the left leg straight. Take the right knee into your chest. Point the toes out to the right side. Push. Arms are out. Push. 3, 2, 1. Lower the head. Keep the legs straight up overhead. Let your neck rest for a second. Slowly come up. Right leg goes down maybe 1 or 2 inches. Point the toes out. Knee into the chest, left knee, and push the box. Come back in. This right leg is so straight. Arms are out. You're here for 3, 2. Last one. Knees into your chest. Rock yourself side to side. And slowly rock yourself up. Turn around. We're getting into pigeon. So take yourself into a downward dog. Right leg goes up. Bring it outside of your left hand. Drop the knee. From here, you can drop your knee and stay here if that's too much for your glutes and your hip, or walk the knee back. You can walk yourself forward, and you can drop. Bringing everything together on the last day here. I feel like I'm pretty melancholy today. All right, slowly coming up. Tuck your toes and bring it back. And take the left leg up. Bring it outside of the right hand. Drop the knee and walk the leg back. Elbows onto the floor. Holding. For 3, 2, 1. Hands back onto the floor. Tuck the back toes. Downward dog. Bring the knees to the floor. Crisscross the heels and turn yourself over. We're laying down. Knees are out. Soles of the feet are together. And let's catch our breath together. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out of your mouth. Inhale through your nose. Exhale out of your mouth. Keeping your eyes closed and allowing your body to get the benefit of all the work it just did for you. Keeping the hips open and maybe massaging, brushing your hips up and down with your hands lightly, giving them some TLC for all that they've done for you the last 14 days. You have been a warrior. You have been strong. You have reflected. You have been a mirror. You have looked within. You have looked around. And now, are you ready to forgive? Start with yourself. Are you ready to forgive yourself? You know, the only person that remembers all the little things that you do is you. You're not the judge. You're not the judge who says all and is the be all. And you're not the one that says so. It's God. At the end of the day, it's completely out of your hands. So why are you holding on so tight with a fist balled up at your own life and at your own destiny? Telling yourself of all the things, repeating all the things that have happened in your past. You cannot go back. We can reflect and learn, but you cannot go back. I'm having this time right now where I've fully had to forgive myself, or I would have driven myself absolutely crazy. I had to forgive people in my life, or I would have driven them crazy. That's not fair to anyone. Yeah, it's not fair to hold on to things that you can't change. You can't change the past. It's not fair to you. It's not fair to the future that God has planned for you. Yeah, forgiveness is about releasing that fist and saying, God, it's with you. You know how freeing that is? How much freedom God gives you to be like, it's mine, give it to me. Give it to me, I'm here to give it. I'm here to take it from you. I'm your dad, this is what I'm here for, give it to me. You know, like, I heard recently, like, think of God as your dad and not your father. A lot of the times we think he's judging us and scolding us for, you gotta do it this way and you have to do it like that, and we're trying to impress him and make him proud. He doesn't care about all that. You're on day 14 of healing yourself, doing the work. Just a little step forward with faith. God's like, come here, my child. Are you crazy? Of course I love you. Of course I love you. Forgive yourself. Release those emotions that are stuck in your body. They're not serving you. They're just holding you where you don't want to be. Isn't that crazy? You repeating that storyline in your head is keeping you exactly where you don't want to be. You are worth it. You are worth stepping into the next phase of your life. You are worth it. You are not your past. You are not the things that you've been through. Don't claim that. I don't claim that for you. And it's easier said than done. But I'm here going to do it with you guys right now. I don't claim my past as who I am. I'm learning from it. Thank you for the lessons, God. Thank you for the lessons. I forgive myself. I forgive myself. Only God can judge me. I'm not going to judge myself anymore. I forgive myself. And by that I can start forgiving other people, but it starts with you. So, as we bring these legs back into each other, ever so slowly, I want to thank all of you that have supported this. I'm gonna cry. The way I heal is through moving. The way that I heal is through teaching as I learn. And this has helped me in so many ways heal from cycles that I was repeating in my past that I never thought I would get out of. So thank you so much for allowing me to be a guide to you through your healing journey. And I really hope and I pray that this was helpful in any way, because you guys have helped me just by me doing this journey, this progress, this mission with you. It's a mission to really push through the things that is your own shit, to really look at yourself and be like, we gotta work on some things. And some of them could have been taught to you, you've allowed, but no matter what, it's your life. And God wants better for you. And I'm staying obedient to that. The next couple of weeks, the word for me is going to be obedient. How obedient can I be to what God says He's promised for me? If it's not love and it's not from God, we don't want it, right? We don't want it if it's not true love from God. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And let's talk soon about all the journal entries. I think that's what I'm really more inclined to talk about. Like, what have you worked through? And that could be maybe the next series that we do together. But I hope you guys have a blessed day. And I'm so grateful for you. And you being a student to me. And a teacher to me. And yeah, I have nothing else to say. All right. Sayonara, suckers. One last get up.